Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Carmela's Wrestling Radio Relived. I'm here with my buddy Jeannie. How are you?
Hi, Carm. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. This weather's kicking my butt already, and it's not even here
Oh, I
yet.
know. I
Yeah, I got a
know.
lot of pain going on, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? But anyway, we got a good show today. I wanted to explain something real quick. Unfortunately, through my stupidity, I told you before, I tried to save some of our old podcasts and I deleted them by accident instead. And the Pitbulls were one of the ones I deleted. So we have them back now because we're going to try and make amends for them. Hopefully, they don't hate me too much, but we're going to try and rebuild this again. Want to say hi to a few people. Chuck Langerman, always, always, always so nice to say hi to you.
Yes.
Want to say hi to dear Debbie, our friend Debbie. I did make sure we didn't
Yes.
forget
Love
you.
you, Debbie.
Yep, love you. Mike Ferreira, I hope you're feeling better.
Yes.
Michelle, Douglas, I'm sorry we didn't say hello to you last week. He emailed me a couple times. He's a good guy. He's a real good guy.
Michelle
Um,
Douglas. What?
no,
Oh, Michelle.
Michelle and then
Yeah.
Douglas.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
And then,
Sorry.
of course, Ed Boggess. I had to contact him because he didn't give us a review. And I said to him, what the heck? You didn't give us a review. And he said it didn't drop for him. So then he finally found it and he gave us one. And of course, David. Can't ever forget David.
Can't forget
Um,
David.
Nope, ever forget David. Mwah. Okay. Well, without any further ado, let's get this show on the road. Anything you want to say, Jeannie, before we start?
Um.
We have a couple deaths. That's right. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Okay. Number one is TC Reynolds. Is that the name?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
he was one of the doinks. God rest his soul. He was online. And also condolences to his family and to the family of Bobby Duncombe. He
Yes.
was 81 when he passed away. And he was at my house. I don't know if you remember that. He was at our house
Yeah.
during the wrestling. Oh, we had a great time. Great time. What a guy. And also, happy birthday to my
Yes.
dear Ivan Putski from yesterday was his birthday. He's 85 years old. God bless.
God
Okay, here we
bless.
go. Pitbull time. Okay, we have Chris Annino and Gary Wolf. Hi, guys. How are you?
Woo! What's happening?
So, where are you
Yo,
going in the car, mister?
I'm just driving with two girls. So gotta get
You have
one to her hotel, and the other one we're going out to dinner. So
Oh, okay. Hi, Chris. How are you? You're freezing again. Go in the house. He's always freezing. We have a lot to talk about, Chris. You got to find a spot where you're not going to freeze. You didn't freeze before in the house. Maybe you want to go back in there. So in the meantime, we'll talk to you while we're
yeah,
waiting
you
for
can talk.
Chris.
You can talk to me because I don't have much time. But
Okay.
I want everybody to know tomorrow's January 24th in Florida, Brooksville, Florida, at the 708 Marine Base. If you're in Florida, you got to come to this show. It's going to be awesome. We got a lot of talent. Austin Aries, super
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
We got Angel. We got a bunch of Teal Piper. Uh, it's for autisms. It's also for the first responders, the Guardians, the Marine Guardians at 708, which are fucking awesome people. Uh, and we're gonna have a really good time. So I think everybody should come out. We're gonna have the Humane Society will be there, trying to get people to adopt some dogs and stuff like that. So
Wow.
yeah, we're just
Nice.
trying to help everybody out, and still have a good show. Uh, Everybody's been, scared about the weather because it has been cold in Florida lately, but we're planning on having 80 degrees during the day. And by 9 o'clock, it'll still be 67 degrees, which is beautiful in Florida. And our show will start at 6:30. It'll be done by 9:30. Come out, get $2-3 beers at the Marine Base. You can't beat it.
Nice.
They got great food. Everybody will have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And it's our first time there, and we've been plugging it for like 3 months now. And I mean, I couldn't tell you how many, like 7,000 flyers we put out. At least 600 posters have gone out. So we did what we had to do. Last show we did in September 6th. It was standing room only. So
Wow.
it was a different, it was the different show, and it was just, different venue. This is a bigger venue and it's an outdoor venue, and luckily we got the weather on our side. It's going to be beautiful out. So I tell people there's really not much to do in Spring Hill and Brooksville. There's not much to do, and this is something, it's not going to cost a lot of money. Come out, bring your kids, have a good time, have a couple beers. That's what you do down here in Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I want to ask you both a question. Why don't you ever do this stuff up here so that we can go?
Because people, where are you guys at? You're in Upper Pennsylvania or
In New
near
Jersey,
where?
yeah.
No, New Jersey. We're in the Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York area.
Yes,
We're in New Jersey.
New Jersey's oversaturated right now with independent wrestling shows, and instead of them working together, and being positive, and you know what I'm saying, and instead of running a show and drawing 30 people, draw a show, run a show and draw 500, 300 people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what about Philadelphia?
Same. I mean, Philly, you got the arena, but look how many people run at the arena. AEW goes to the arena.
Yeah,
Not no, they were only there.
That.
Yeah, they were only there for 2 weeks. They're not there on a regular basis.
Yeah,
they only did their residency there. But I mean, it sounds like you got incredible shows, though. That's the thing, and I know a lot of people up here would like to go see them.
Yeah, but like I said, it'd be hard. I mean, you got to remember the arena is not the arena no more. It's the 2300 arena now.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd still get a deal. I mean, I know I would. Roger's a good friend of mine. He's a great guy. Roger Dodger, man. It's just a matter of there's not independents that could draw at that arena. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we'd have to fly people in. That'd be a huge expense.
Yeah, that's true.
So if we had the backers, we could possibly do something. If we had the backers and like people that wanted to buy the show, I could put the show together. Say they wanted a $7,000 show, no problem. I'll give them a $7,000 show, without a doubt, without a question. It's their job to sell the tickets. It's their job to talk to their people and find the sponsors, and they get sponsor each match. Before you know it, they'll be surprised how much a show costs. You know what I'm saying? You could make a $7,000 show could bring you in a lot of money, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, I know. I used to be a promoter. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But I just want to talk real quick about some of the stuff that you guys are doing. You guys do a lot. I mean, a lot with helping out societies and stuff like that with the veterans and addiction and mental health and animals and homeless people. Like, it's such an incredible thing that you guys are doing. Like, I can't say enough about it. The Pitbulls have actually grown and become so much more popular even in this area. And it just makes me angry that there's not any place up here for you guys to be able to do it, and sponsors. And I mean, I'm going to ask around, obviously, but something like what you guys do, especially with the mental health part, there's so much of that going on that people don't understand and people don't care about and don't want to be bothered with, and that's a big thing.
Well, right. VPW was founded based on that right there. We relaunched in September, Gary and I, down here in the hopes to involve people with PTSD that could do something. Now we have 2 veterans, Johnny Faith, our U.S. Army veteran, and Noah Sterinsky, Army veteran, and also Jesse Neal, who's going to be in our 8-man tag team match when we're going to be going the Russian Gangsters. Jesse Neal, you may or may not know, he was on the USS Cole when it exploded.
Oh, wow.
U.S. Navy veteran. Yep, U.S. Navy veteran. Great dude. And he's helped mentor me through things, as has Gary. I mean, I was a firefighter. Veteran Pro Wrestling was founded by first military veterans, and first responder, which was me. As my friends were Mike Foley, U.S. Marine veteran, Jared Keefe, U.S. Army veteran. Um, we had Frank Church, U.S. Army veteran, my dad, U.S. Navy veteran, my grandfather, U.S. Navy veteran. So they all founded it. And the great thing with all this is it's a great locker room. People have each other's backs. You know, we all got something. We all got some sort of mental health stuff. But it's not only military veterans. You have pro wrestling veterans too that are mentoring. People like Gary, people like Angel, people like all these other people mentoring people in the locker room to be better and better people. So
All right, we're starting to lose you a little bit, Chris.
We're doing better.
Chris, you're starting to go in and out again.
Yeah. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay, good.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, so basically,
Verizon. Can you hear me now?
the veterans that veteran wrestlers are involved, like Gary Angel, help mentor a lot of the younger talent, like myself and other people. And that's also how it works. It's a very therapeutic thing for everybody.
Well, you know, mental health, like I said before, is a big issue. Lord knows everybody knows somebody. Everybody's got something, okay? I have my own issues. I have PTSD. I have OCD. And if you know anybody that has OCD, Jeannie knows how I am sometimes. You know, we just lost Chris, so hopefully he'll come back on. I get a little weird, you know, a little crazy sometimes, and it's not anything to laugh at, but we're used to seeing me act a little stupid sometimes, you know. Chris, I was just talking about the fact that I have PTSD and I have OCD and stuff like that, and it's a difficult thing to live with. And like I said, Jeannie's right here. Like I was. Jeannie, you've seen me. You've seen sometimes how I get, and it's hard. It's hard to not get that way. It really is. And then I got to have people like Jeannie, my daughter, you know, come and talk me down. And it's been a long road. But anyway, like I said, this is not about me. This is about you guys. But I think that what you're doing is an amazing thing. And I think that people see, this is why I like having you guys on, because people don't know enough about this. And people don't know enough about you guys, which I think is sad, because it needs to come out. It needs to be said that all the efforts that you guys are making and you guys are doing for all these organizations is not only to be commended, but it is amazing that you guys are doing it. And, you know, our show is going to do the best we can to help you guys out. I do understand what Gary, you know, Chris both were saying about how hard it is to bring a show like that up here, because it's expensive. But it's amazing. It's crazy, because we were talking about Heidi Lee Morgan. You guys know her, right?
Yeah, love her.
She's wonderful. She does stuff up here too for women and women's wrestling, and you know, Jeannie and I have always been big advocates for women's wrestling as well. And I think this, you know, we should have you on the show like a little bit more also to talk about what you guys are doing and what's going on. Do you have other shows coming up other than the one this weekend?
We're getting ready to book one in March, but we're just going through the details because we work with NWA.
Okay.
So we have to work on days that they're not working, because we use their ring.
Okay.
We don't use their little baby 6-inch small boy bullshit ring.
Now, where's the one in March? Where's the one in March going to be?
March is going to be back at our first venue that we did on the 6th. We'll be letting everybody know by this coming Tuesday. We're having a meeting, so we'll know the date by then. We may push it back to May.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be at the Veterans, the VFW American Legion, the one we were just at.
And where is that again?
In Florida.
It's in Spring Hill Drive and Anderson Snow.
Okay,
Florida.
all right.
Everybody, it was a standing room only. So we jammed the house, we packed it. So a lot of people are now starting to know us and our brand and what we're bringing to the table.
Okay.
Plus, you know, what we're doing as far as raising money for first responders and veterans, and you know, we're just trying to help and have a good time doing it.
What airport are you near? What airport is that building near in case anybody wants to come down there?
Take Tampa, come fly into Tampa Bay, man.
Tampa Bay? Okay, everybody
You do
flying into
Philadelphia
Tampa
to
Bay.
Tampa round trip for $130, no problem.
Really? Oh, that's not
Oh
bad,
yeah,
Jeannie. Might want to think about that, girl. But no, that's important for people to know because we've, years ago we took almost a whole plane to Memphis. So I mean, I'm sure people would be interested in at least thinking about it. But if you give us when you find all this stuff out and you give us this information, we can actually obviously plug it for you and see how we can help in any way. I think that would be
no
great.
problem. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be great. I'm gonna let Chris continue. I'm driving, ladies. You have a
Okay.
nice evening,
Okay. You too. Be
and
Thanks,
safe.
Gary. You too. Be
Thanks,
careful.
Jared. See you
all right,
Saturday.
All right,
guys,
be
be safe.
safe. Take care. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye. Okay, there you go. Let's talk to you now, Chris.
Sure.
Um so okay, let's go back to what we were doing as far as the wrestling and the things that you do for organizations. Do you have you dealt with a lot of people that have these issues over the years?
Oh yeah. So like actually, there's a guy named Darren McBee, and
Okay.
he is Malibu from American Gladiators,
Okay.
and
I remember
he's our
that name.
veteran pro wrestling commissioner.
Okay.
And what we're doing on the side, kind of like an outreach program, right?
Okay.
And trying to think how you call it. It's like an acting program, is what we're trying to do. Him
Okay.
and I. But he's still working with veteran pro wrestling on the side. We're working together to start an acting program. Now, I did an acting program about 10 years ago at the VFWs, and I said, "Hey guys, you guys want to do some silent films and stuff?" And we did, and it helped build their self esteem, and they had a good time shooting them. So I figured, well, we could configure this into a an acting program of sorts, and just they can learn how to do film and acting and writing for fun. And a lot of these people, the last show came and they participated in the wrestling show. We're all veterans, but they helped out. Like one guy, uh, my good friend Lewis, he's a United States Marine veteran. He took photos for us. Okay.
Okay.
A couple other guys helped in the back. They wanted to be more part of the production. And it was like a very magical thing because everyone worked together and they enjoyed it. And then afterwards, I was told, like, it's like they were looking forward to the next show to be a part of it. And some of those people are going to be part of this next show too to help out in the back. Maybe, hey, helping people with their stuff, helping people with music or, whatever, small things like that. Pro wrestling is a giant production. And the crew and the cast and everything like that it's needed. And
Right.
everybody is needed in pro wrestling. There's not one person that's a superstar that's bigger or better than anyone else.
No.
So that's where, again, it's a very interesting thing. Veteran pro wrestling was, again, founded by myself, and I own the trademark for it. And we were founded in 2012.
Okay.
We only recently did the relaunch because we saw there was an issue with, hey, veterans aren't getting taken care of. The homeless isn't taken care of. There's a lot of people hungry on the streets. Well, and right now it just sometimes sucks because there's not a great time for anyone. We wanted to provide an experience for people to enjoy themselves, to have a safe time, a fun time where they can bring their family and they can have a good a good meal and watch some entertainment, you know,
Okay.
and maybe get something out of it. So we have literally the greatest roster I've ever seen on the independent circuit. We have people from AEW, WWE, TNA, uh, you name it. They're all there. Some of those matches that night, you have for the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame tag team tournament. It's, I believe, Mercedes Martinez, who's getting inducted into the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame that evening, with Mercedes Martinez with Piper, Teal Piper, Roddy Piper's daughter. And then they're going to be going against Renee Michelle and I do believe Angel Orsini, I believe.
Okay.
If my dyslexia kicked in, it's totally reversed then. So one of them's on
That's
one
okay.
side.
That's okay.
No. So there's going to be, I believe, a flag match, and Johnny Faith and Noah Storinsky is going to be involved. Two Army veterans, right?
Hmm.
We have Drago, who's going to be going for the heavyweight championship qualifier. And he's going to be going against Demos, and Demos is one heck of a wrestler. He's wrestled for, I believe, TNA and a few other major promotions. So that's really cool. We have the main event, which is myself, Gary, Pitbull number one, Gary Wolf, ECW original Gary Wolf, along with Jesse Neal from TNA and Triple Crown champion Austin Aries for an 8-man tag team match versus the Russian Gangsters. And you have Yusuf Ragnadov, who is actually the first Chechenian pro wrestler ever.
Wow.
So Chechnya, I hope I'm not saying this name right. It's in Russia, right? And he's the first pro wrestler from Chechnya ever. And then you have Alex Horvath, who's like, awesome, awesome dude,
Hmm.
CCW guy. Um, you have, I believe, the Bounty Hunter's gonna be on that side, and there's another person. I think it's like a Russian Manuel Volkov or someone is gonna be
Right.
on that end, and he's been a pain in the butt. But anyway, um, it's a great card, and
Now, when
we
is
have
this card? This is the Florida card?
it's the Florida card on Saturday. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is unbelievable. I would love to have that show up here.
Oh,
I,
dude, we
I,
got AEW, we got people from AEW, TNA, every major wrestling promotion is represented.
I know I keep
Yeah.
asking you where the
Yeah.
show is, and I know it's Florida, but I keep hoping, that you'll say, no, Carmela, it's going to be right in your neighborhood. I want that up here so bad. I
Well,
do.
it's the Marine 708. That's in Brooksville, Florida, and it's run by Marines. It's similar to like a VFW, right?
Right, right.
But it's a wonderful thing. Doing it for a food drive. Um, Trying to think what else. Oh, there are some organizations we're associated with, like Super Strong Pro. We're associated with them, and Super Strong Pro. We're gonna be working with here and there, and that's run by Iron Man Tommy Cairo, who
Okay.
Heidi Lee Morgan's good friends with. They believe
Yep.
they knew each other from the wrestling world.
Yep.
And Heidi's inducted into the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame, right? And
Good for her.
yeah, and yeah, we're also associated with Florida All Star Wrestling, um, which was with EM Collectibles as well. We're going to be doing something with the American Gladiators up north.
Up
Okay,
north
so
where? All right, wait a minute. Up north where?
there we go. This is where you guys are. You should go to it.
I heard north.
Hold on, I gotta check, so I have to swipe up. So I'm not gonna lose you, but
All right, go ahead.
my memory is shot.
It's
Um,
okay.
Hold on for a second. You're
He said
still.
up north, Jeannie. He said up north.
It is New York, but hold on. I'm trying to. Hold on. Let me. 1 minute.
That's
Foxy.
all right. Take your time.
Well, and our good friends Foxy, Darling, and stuff have been great people to us, and they're going to be associated with us, and I can get you with them. Okay. Here we go. March 28th and 29th, EM Collectibles, Syracuse, New York, at the Syracuse Collectors Con. So Syracuse Collectors Con in
Okay.
Syracuse, New York, March 28th, March 29th, EM Collectibles. the American Gladiators are going to be there. It's like a reunion almost. You have Diamond, you got Nitro, you got Malibu, you got
Wow.
you got Drago. Drago's going to be up there. I might go, but I don't want to be there because there's that Russian manimal guy. He's a jerk. So
Oh,
who
come
knows?
on. What if
Yeah, I
we
don't
go?
know.
You have to go.
I'll go with you, but if Russian Manimal there is, I don't want to see him. But Foxy Darling's going to be there, Mr. Kennedy. So yeah, I mean, I can and honestly, I can get Darren to come on your show. He can tell you everything that we're doing as me and him for what we're doing for our acting company and our school that we're working with. Um, and again, we're also working with Super Strong Pro Wrestling. We're working with Showcase Pro Wrestling in Rhode Island.
Okay.
Okay, so say we go up to Rhode Island, United States Wrestling Federation, Rhode Island. But as of right now, the only New Jersey promotion we're really working with is probably Super Strong Pro that we're
Okay.
associated with. So,
Okay.
but I mean, Florida's got a whole bunch of promotions. Atomic Wrestling League, that's a great promotion down in Florida. They're selling out arenas. They're an independent promotion, but they're selling out arenas.
That's crazy.
Dude,
That
they
is
got
crazy.
they got a great roster. They got a better roster than ours, but it's
I don't know. It sounds like your roster's never ending, though. You say that your memory's shot, but I couldn't repeat a third of what you just said. That's
I,
crazy.
I know. I just get it's the small things. Like, and again, we were talking about disabilities and stuff. I have a few. Like, I have some dyslexia, and I have um, this thing called Asperger's, where it's like it's kind of like autism. That's the best way I can explain it.
Hmm.
Sometimes I don't understand when somebody's saying something a certain way, and I have to ask. And a lot of times I get ridiculed from that, and I get heat because I mean, it's not like I wear a T-shirt saying, "Hey, I have Asperger's." It's just they they don't know, and I have to remind myself they don't understand. So it's just something I deal with. But that's why veteran pro wrestling is a great thing. That's why people like Angel Orsini have been very helpful for me. She's helped me get over my a lot of what I've been dealing with, in a very therapeutic way. Her and Gary. I mean, Gary knows about my disabilities and stuff, and he's given me a
Right.
chance. Anyone else would have said no, but he gave me a chance to be Pitbull number 3. I'm still learning, and when I say I'm still learning, it's not so much wrestling, but it's life lessons. You know, um, I never had a push as a celebrity, okay, and I wouldn't consider myself a celebrity, but I'm inheriting a thing that has already been established, and
Hmm.
everyone's asked me this before, and they're like, "How does it feel to be Pitbull 3?" And it's like, oh no, the question I always get is how do you feel, uh, to be a Pitbull number 3? You feel like you've replaced I'm like, no. Anthony Durrani, I have so much admiration for because when I was a kid, I watched the Pitbulls. That was
Yeah.
one of my favorite tag teams. So to live this is living a dream. So, you know, I hate it when people bring up Anthony and try to compare me because I looked up to. It's like, so we're just two different people.
Right.
Um, we're two different, we do things different ways. Um, it's like who's better, Nolan Ryan or Randy Johnson, or who's better here? There's just two different types of pitchers, two different types of
Right.
baseball players.
Right.
What's the most important thing is you enjoy it. So my thing with all of it is, hey, you know what? I'm trying my best to be the best I can be with this position, but you know, I always think about Anthony every single time. In fact, we wear a number 2 on our lapels
All right.
for the vests
Okay. Yep.
for
I
him.
see it. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and look, I study his videos and stuff. And there's some stuff he was able to do that I just can't do. I mean, he was good. He was very good. So mad props to Anthony. And I met his brother, and I did ask his brother if it's okay and what he thought, and he said yeah. And it was again a lot of respect for him. So,
Well,
but
I think that you've done him justice as far as being a pit bull. And like I said at the beginning of the show, pit bulls go back, a long time. And the name Pitbull will never leave anybody's head or mouth or whatever. And I think that you coming on, I mean, Gary's Gary, God bless him, but you've coming on with all the stuff that you're doing and all the stuff that you guys are doing together. Pitbulls will never die. It'll never
No.
stop being. And as far as the disabilities go, let me tell you something. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of disability, mental disability in everybody's house. People don't talk about it, but that doesn't mean it's not there. And, I've dealt with a lot of crap in my life, and I've done a lot of things that were not honorable in the past. And, now I regret them, of course, but now, like you said, I'm learning too. You learn about life. You have to learn how to walk away sometimes. You have to learn how to just say no, forget it. You have to learn how to handle something that people don't understand. And that's the thing. People don't understand mental illness, and they don't care to understand it. That's why the people who have it are the ones who have to learn to walk away.
Well,
And
yes, and that's a good point too, because it's like this. We made this program that me and Darren are doing, Darren McBee from American Gladiators. We made this program so that it's okay to mess up. You just learn.
exactly.
It's like that line in Batman where Michael Caine played Alfred, and he
Okay.
said, "Why do we fall, Master Bruce? To get back up. You
Exactly.
fall, you get back up. If you get back up, you learn. Like
Exactly.
this stuff's not. Yeah, you can go to school for all you want. Life's going to teach you more lessons than anything else, and it's only if you fail. But if it's but while failing, it's getting back up again.
Exactly.
That's
And
what
even if you
matters.
need some help to get up, as long as you get up again, that's what's important.
Yes, and it helps to have a good supportive team, like people like Angel, people like Gary. They understand what I'm dealing with. I
Right.
mean, and that's where it helps me because they understand and they break things down. You know, uh, I would get anxious in the ring. I'm not lying. I mean, I would legit get like an anxiety attack when I first came back. I didn't know how to handle that, but then he said, "Hey, look, just relax, calm back down." And then I
Oh no. All right, he'll come back. Chris, we lost you.
I'm there.
Okay, there you
Oh,
go. Go ahead.
No, no, but they helped me so much. Gary, and basically the story is I was already trained back in like 2000 something. I stopped in like 2016, picked it up again years later, back around I think 2023, and there'd be sporadic appearances of me and him, me and Gary at the ECW arena when they did reunion shows. And again, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been there at all. I mean, he chose me and was so thankful he did, because it's therapeutic. Wrestling is very therapeutic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the way they're doing it is therapeutic.
Right.
And you know, um, when we have an opportunity, right? You just don't want to mess it up. You just want to learn and absorb. So what he said was, you know how to wrestle, but get a little bit better. Go back to Jimmy Valiant's, get the rust out. I went down to Jimmy Valiant's. I was already trained by Jimmy, so it's cool. And then I got retrained by him again. Went to see Gary, and Gary put me through the ringer, and we basically. It was rough, man. It was some rough times. He wanted me to quit. He wanted me to break, and I didn't because I've wanted this forever. And it then worked. And again, he's hard on me, but he's the one who teaches me the best lessons.
That's because
And
he cares.
yeah,
That's because he cares. He sees your worth. And if he didn't see your worth, this wouldn't be happening. It's that simple.
yeah. And again, I think it's a therapeutic thing for everybody
Mm-hmm.
by doing this. And again, Orsini cares too. Angel has been there. Oh God, since day one. And and these two people have helped me with this journey. I mean, it's rough. I mean, and look, anybody who's doing this, anyone who's trying to start this, don't give up. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be handed to you. I mean, you may get a push, you may not, but you still have to just keep going and going and going. It's the ones that keep going and showing up that continue. Okay, and look, are we at the status of the Rock here? No, but you know what, man? It's something that means something, and anything that means anything is worth fighting for.
Exactly. Exactly. And when you're helping other people in the meantime, that is even more worth fighting for because
Absolutely,
you're putting your anxiety or how you feel aside to help other people. And that is commendable no matter how you look at it. Now you've mentioned Angel, you said it's RCD? Orsini, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Angel
You've
Cini.
mentioned her to me
Yeah,
many times. She seems
yeah,
like she's a good friend. And I
very good
think that
friend.
that's important to have good friends. It's like my
E,
Jeannie here,
yep, she's an ECW original. Angel
right?
Orsini is, and she got started around the same time. She got a push around the same time the Jazz came in there, and
Mm-hmm.
her and Jazz had wonderful matches. She's the co-founder of the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame, and so is Gary. Actually, we all are. I mean, we all work together. Actually, the weird thing, we're co-founders of the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame, and we recently made Yahoo News about Mercedes Martinez getting inducted into the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame for this show again this Saturday here on the 24th here at the Marine 708 in Brooksville. Um, and it's just amazing. She's an amazing human being. She's an amazing wrestler. The 2026 induction is going to be coming up along quite soon, actually. And there's some interesting people we're going to be announcing soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how do you do your induction? Is it like a WWE or is it like
No, we got
uh
like a board of directors and stuff, and
yeah,
there's some cool people in this next one, Carmela. And
Carmella
maybe
what?
we should talk about them.
What?
Okay, so
Don't scare me.
Jeannie, you there?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm all ears.
Okay, so 2026 Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame induction. I'll give you maybe just a taste of who's going to be in it. Um, okay, Sweet Soraya. She is Paige's mom. Julie Hammer. She's going to be inducted into the 2026 Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame. That's going to be happening potentially in New York, maybe.
Cool.
Okay. Um, there's this lady who her name is Gail Kim. She's going to be
Wow.
inducted in.
Gail Kim, I
Yep.
love
Oh,
her.
yeah, me too.
Kim's going to be inducted in. The two of the baddest female tag teams I've ever seen in my entire life, Amy Lee and
Oh, I love her.
Missy Sampson. They were a bad
Oh,
tag team, man.
Oh no,
wow.
I just
Oh
got
yeah,
chills.
That is
Oh, my Missy.
amazing.
they were
Very
hardcore.
cool.
Yeah.
Um, we got who else? Hmm, somebody else. We're thinking about Vivian Vachon. Maybe Vivian Vachon.
Nice.
We do have a couple Japanese wrestlers that we're considering, and my good
Nice.
friend Tom D'Amico, who's directing the film about the Jumping Bomb Angels, who we inducted in last year, is in talks with several of the Japanese legends to get inducted in. There is Deb Malenko. She's going to be inducted in. Okay,
Wow. Wow.
Penelope Paradise is going to be
This is
inducted
all
in.
in the night?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
So
All
the
right.
inductions for the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame, some of them are going to be in New York.
Okay.
Some of them are going to be in New Jersey. For instance, one more inductee, Mickey Knuckles. Mickey Knuckles is going to be inducted in. Okay, and that's going to be in New Jersey at Super Strong Pro Wrestling Show in February.
Okay.
And you should definitely go there. I can't make it, but you should definitely go there. And Broadway Joe Malcolm, he's going to be doing the induction. He was trained by the great Malenko. He did a lot of Mid South stuff. So he's going to be doing the induction with Marsha Maraschino and Eric Stevens. It's going to be a great show that night. Who else? Who? I do believe I'm. There's a couple Olympians we're considering.
Wow.
Carmelita. I believe you're on the inductee list for 2020.
No, get out of here.
Yes.
No. Oh my
Yeah.
God, no way. Christopher, don't play with
Yes.
me.
Well, you were
No.
nominated by. So she was nominated by Susan Tex Green. I kept getting text after text from other guys and stuff and other
Susan
people.
Green nominated you,
Oh my
Carm.
God. Oh my God, I can't. I'm gonna
And I
cry. Oh
finally
my
said,
God.
"Fine, I'll do it." And she's like, "Do
Finally.
it." Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. And then they're like, "Well, when are you gonna tell her?" I'm like, "I'll just tell her when I'm on the podcast. Why
Oh
not?"
my God, are you kidding me?
Yep.
I
So,
can't.
you're gonna be coming. I think we should do it in the New York one, if you don't mind, because
I, oh
there's
my
these
God,
people
What
why?
called.
part of New York? What part of New York, Chris?
Um, I think it's called the Big Event. It's somewhere in New York
Oh,
there.
Okay,
So,
oh
but
my
like New
God.
York City area, upstate New
um,
York.
well, I do believe so. Hold on for a second. All right, I gotta find it. All right, my memory's shot.
Oh my God. Jeannie, I can't. You're gonna have to do the rest of the
Carmela.
show. Oh my God.
All
You're
right,
gonna
calm
have to
down
do the
now.
rest of the show. I
No,
can't. I can't do it.
no more emotions here. Come on now. We
Oh
gotta
my
focus.
God.
All right, so March 21st at the Suffolk Credit Union Arena in Brentwood, New York, at the Big Event.
Oh my God.
I think we should do it there because the New York's nice and credit union.
New York's real nice. Oh my God.
But we're
And
going to be
now,
inducting. Hey, we're going to be inducting Julie Hammer there, and and we are going to make Julie Hammer an official pit bull to represent
Oh,
England. So
wow.
yeah, Missy Sampson's going to be there. I can't wait to see Missy. You'll be there. Amy Lee. It looks like Gail Kim's going to be there too. And you know what? This is going to be a great event. A
what
lot. I got.
time does this usually start? Like, I don't know if that's even there, but
It's going to start. I don't know, but it's going to be at the big event. Saturday, March 21st, Suffolk Credit Union Arena.
Now, when you say big event, what else is going to be there other than you're going to have a
well, I
wrestling
think that's
match
just the
or?
name of the
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
the.
not.
okay.
It's not my. It's I don't run the event. We're just doing
Okay.
the we're just doing the induction. But
That's the name of the building, the big
yeah,
event.
Okay.
uh, Kevin Nast has been very helpful for us. The organizations that have been very supportive of the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame is Kevin Nast's company. Um, Obviously, Super Strong Pro has been really helpful for us. Veteran Pro, Angel Orsini's been helping us so much. East Coast US TV, so East Coast Yakuza TV, that's been helpful. So we've been all been very supported by all these places. Oh God, Heidi Lee Morgan's been very supportive of the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
She understands it, and that's what and eventually our goal is to make it bigger. And again, people like Penelope Paradise and Deb Malenko way deserve to be inducted in, and most likely we're probably going to be inducting them in Florida with Pink Cadillac because they all were Malenko girls, and it's only fitting for Pink Cadillac to induct the both of them. Deb is one
Wow.
of the best. Yeah, look, Deb Malenko is one of the best pro wrestlers I've ever seen. I don't care, man or woman. She's one of the best pro wrestlers I've ever seen. On the level of a Bret the Hitman Hart, she did groundbreaking things in Japan, and absolutely huge respect for Deb Malenko and Penelope Paradise,
Can
who
I
could
can I run
talk. And,
something by you?
go ahead.
Um, after the inductions, like the Florida one and all that, I was wondering, what is the possibility of having some of these ladies come on the podcast together? Like, everybody has their own
I'm
spot.
I'm already well ahead of you, and I've already contacted most of them. So,
Oh wow, good. I love you,
right,
Chris.
I try and strategize. So,
That's so good.
well, so we got Angel Orsini would be a good one to come on because she's a
Sure.
co-founder. But it would be nice to have Missy Sampson. Missy Sampson has done so much for promoting for training. I mean, she has bell to bell,
Yeah.
and her wrestling career was very good as well. But what she's done for women's wrestling in general, especially giving back, it would be nice to have her and Amy on. Um, you know,
Amy is great.
dude, Amy's the best. I love Amy. I love
Yeah.
both of them. They're
Yeah.
both great human beings, and the two of them are un, unsung heroes in pro and women's wrestling, especially.
That's
So
incredible.
can't speak any higher about Missy Sampson. She's a wonderful human being.
She is. She is. I do know her. I love her. She is. She is just an amazing, amazing human being.
Yeah,
I love her to pieces. Yes.
we're doing other awards too for like year end awards, and we're gonna name one of them after her actually.
Wow.
So yeah,
Oh,
so yeah,
Wow. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. Because again, it's just the biggest thing is we're preserving history of women's wrestling. Nobody's
Absolutely.
doing that. Nobody's doing. So the big thing with a lot of these Hall of Fames, and maybe this will get me in trouble. I don't know,
Eh,
but I don't care. A
we're in
lot of these
trouble all the time. Don't worry about it.
too many Hall of Fames are just okay. Too many Hall of Fames are just looking for fame. They're not looking for people who made a difference. And my
Exactly.
issue with the WWE Hall of Fame is they've inducted people that shouldn't have been inducted in
Exactly.
prematurely.
I agree.
So, and it's
100%.
they have great careers. Look, I mean, Christ, they're on the big show. I've never made the big show. What can I say? But to me, if I was to create a Hall of Fame, I'd put the people that were the pioneers in first, and then so on and so forth. So,
Oh,
biggest
Bruno is a perfect example of that. He didn't get in until 2013.
that
You
was
know.
kind of more other things, though he
Oh
kind of,
yeah, no, agreed,
yeah.
agreed. Yeah, we know the whole backstory on Bruno.
Vinny and him they
Yeah,
weren't buddies for a while.
yeah, no, they're not. But yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's more political of who does Vince
Yeah.
McMahon like, not
Well, it's like a
necessarily.
George Hackenschmidt. George Hackenschmidt should have been in there from the first one. I mean, Hackenschmidt's a bad dude who's amazing, right? A legit shooter who could destroy.
Yeah.
So, um,
See, I
Danny
think
Hodge should
Bobo
be in it.
Brazil should have been in too.
Bobo Brazil should be in.
Yep.
Danny Hodge should have been in.
Yep.
Olympian, Olympic silver medalist. He was the first pro wrestler to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. And but yeah, man, like this is kind of it. I mean, Gary, me, and Angel realize, and Susan Tex Green, we realized that they're not preserving women's wrestling properly,
No,
and we had an
absolutely
issue with
not.
that. And so the first inaugural class was Jazz, who Jazz deserves to be in every Hall of Fame pro wrestling related. I'll say that. Medusa was inducted in, and Luna. So those three were inducted in. Gangrel, he accepted on behalf of Luna, which was nice of him, and that was at the ECW arena.
Right.
Now going back to your thing about Philadelphia, I think Bay Ragney just recently posted something about a
Yeah, I
video
saw
about
that. Yeah.
yeah about he says it's gone in Philly. I I think he's right, but I just think nothing's ever officially gone. It's just temporarily not there. I just think the right people need to be there.
Yeah, I don't
You know?
think anything's gone in Philadelphia. I really
No,
don't. No, I
but
don't. I don't agree with that.
he's
Well, I
true.
actually agree with
Yeah.
him as far as what us from the Philadelphia area were used to.
Well,
It's
that's not the
not
same
like that
anywhere.
anymore.
Right.
So it's in Philadelphia. We used to have, the WWF once a month, NWA once a month, and then you had, the TWA, and then you had, ECW, and then ECW, and that was the hub in Philly. Now there's surrounding areas, not in Philly, kind of like up there, Poconos and Jersey and Delaware and things like that. But in Philadelphia, It's
Yeah,
just
but
not now. Is it going to be going completely? I hope not.
I mean,
But
is it like it
it's not
was
there now.
anywhere though? You know what I mean? It's
The
not like it was anywhere.
it's over. So it's like what Gary did say. It's oversaturated. Back in the
Yeah.
day, you had an athletic commission, right?
Right.
And honestly, I think that. I mean, I think there still is an athletic commission in Philly. Yeah. So this is my thought. I think they go to. I think everyone goes to New Jersey because they don't have to do the athletic commission, pay the athletic commission.
That could have something to do with it too.
That
Yeah.
that could, and I mean, I think there's potential. So Bay is right too. It's nothing's happening right now. Could it ever happen again? Yeah, but the right people have to be involved. So
Right.
to me, it's like, yeah, you could wish about it, or it's more about somebody has to do something,
Exactly.
somebody has to do something for the greater good of everybody. You know, Todd, Todd and Joel and all those guys.
Right.
They built that place. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
I
I
mean,
mean, Joel's show on May 3rd, I think did very well.
yeah.
What I think is that because of so many podcasts and so many things on the internet and stuff like that, the old fashioned advertising isn't there either anymore. And I think that has a lot to do with a lot of things. When we did stuff, Jeannie, you remember years ago, we
Yeah.
had no internet, no podcast, no nothing. We had the show on the radio. We were the only ones that had a radio show. But what we did was we took the 2000s that weren't even here yet, and we created them in the
Mm.
80s. We had the meet and greets, and we had the lunches and dinners with the wrestlers, and we had this, and we had trips, and we had contests, and we had uh, information from all over the world. So if we could do that, and we could bring wrestling fans all over the area, like everywhere, and bring everything to them. We had the first merchandise store. I mean, come on. And what we did was we went to wrestling matches and we had a list, and we went up to everybody with flyers and stuff like that. Come on, sign, sign, sign. And you know how many times, Jeannie, did we call 900 people,
Oh yeah.
and tell them we're doing this, we're doing that. Come on, why don't you come? Why don't? But like you said, Chris, they did it because there was nothing else back then. And that's what, like, somebody has to do something. That's the thing.
It's the strategy behind it. Like, for instance, with Veteran Pro, there's obviously like us that are working it and we're making sure it works. We all have like ECW back in the day, from what I was told, everybody had a job. Okay, when
Yeah,
you're on the roster, you work double duty. You're okay. Say you're wrestling, yeah, but okay, but you're also, hey, you're good at graphic design. You're going to be the graphic designer. Hey, you're good at computers. You're in charge of the website. Hey, you're good. Everyone had a thing to do. Okay, that's why I think ECW was spectacular, because it was a legit independent mom and pop company that everyone had a piece in, and they all helped for the greater good for everybody. And that's the problem. Too many people, way too many people, are so focused on. So somebody asked me something yesterday. It's like, what do you want? What are your goals in wrestling? And I said, I just want to have a good match. That's it. So they said, well, what about WWE? Yeah, what about WWE? I can't go to WWE if I can't have a good match. So I just want to have a good match.
yeah,
If WWE comes, great. But if I can't have a good match, I don't think I could really be proud to call myself a wrestler. So
exactly.
why can't we just focus on having a good match? A lot of guys. So the person who asked me is a very smart person, and they said, well, a lot of people say they want a title, they want this, they want a contract. But you said you just want to have a good match. Yeah, I just want to have a good match, because that's what it boils down to. Did Rowdy Piper do it for titles? No. Did he win titles? Yeah, he won titles, but he was beyond the title. He was a legit artist in that ring, and he could do things that nobody else could do. And he did it for the greater good for everybody else.
Exactly.
That's why Piper was just amazing. I mean, he just,
He
I mean,
was,
I
and he
wasn't.
can play both sides of the ring too.
Oh
He
Yeah.
yes,
did
he
it
could.
good both ways.
Now I can't speak on behalf of Bruno because I wasn't around really when Bruno was around, but I can only imagine he's probably trying to do it for the greater good
Always.
of the business because he sounded like he was a businessman.
Always, always. But his main concern was the fans more than anything else. Like, like things like in our podcast, we said, like, when he was out to dinner, if there was a bottle of wine on the table and somebody wanted to take a picture of him, he'd take the bottle of wine off the table just in case a kid would see it. Like, he was worried about what kids thought. He was worried about what the fans wanted. He was worried about what, like you said, was for the greater good. And he never did the baloney stuff. He always tried to keep kayfabe active. He always tried to do the right thing, and he got screwed over incredibly badly,
Yeah.
more than once. It
See,
happens.
Tommy Cairo always mentions him to me because honestly, I think about it and I'm like, he says, look, it wasn't just who he was as a person; it was who he was as the myth. The person he was, but the myth he was even more
Yep,
because he lived up to that persona.
yep,
He was Superman,
yeah,
and
he
it was just,
was
and he lived because that's look. I hate it when people say, "Well, Bruno didn't have a gimmick." Dude, he had the
It-
hardest gimmick. He had to be himself and
exactly.
literally pitch a perfect game every single time. You
Yep,
never heard him swear in an interview. Nothing.
never. And you
And
know what? He was the epitome of that statement: the man, the myth, the legend. That's exactly who he was, and he never once strayed away from that. And there
no,
is nobody else like him. Nobody ever before him or since him.
there can't be because it's just. I
No.
mean, literally, he came from World War II.
Yep.
During like the Germans coming in and doing whatever they did and
Yep.
surviving that and then coming here to America and he was a skinny kid and then he became at some point the world's strongest man because he held the world bench press record
Yep.
raw like a 600-pound bench press.
Yep.
So
Exactly. My mom
with
was there during that same war, and I'm telling you, it was not pleasant. Let me tell you. But yeah, he did what he had to do, and he did it wholeheartedly. Like he did it with his heart, and that's
yeah,
another thing people don't do today. They don't do it with their passion, with their heart.
but
And that's the issue.
not all people they do, but so when they do it with their heart, then they get shot down. That's the problem. I think you and I were discussed this before. Like, you
Yeah.
could tell the truth. You could do this. You could try this, but now it's been in society, it's been created where if you do things out of passion for a positive or with your heart, you're automatically seen as a head as somebody who is a head case or something like that. But you have to basically listen and conform to what they're doing. Like
Yep.
there's right and there's ethics. There is ethics,
Yep.
right? And there's morals. And if somebody goes against ethics or morals, you say something, but or you stand up for yourself. But if they, the unwritten rule is, if, like in corporate America, especially, you can't because there's so many people that are depending on their jobs.
Exactly.
And if they say something, they're going to lose their job.
Exactly. That's exactly what we talked about. And you got to sometimes walk away. You got to sometimes keep your mouth shut. And like again, I'm going back to Jeannie. That was one of the hardest things for me to learn. And I'm still having issues with it. And it bothers me a lot because I like to call people out on their crap. And sometimes I can't, especially under certain conditions. And then you're like, well, no, I don't agree with this. So why should I keep my mouth shut? But unfortunately, sometimes you just have to. And
But
and and that makes me angry.
it's not worth it though in the end because you want to know why? At the end of the day, it takes more energy to do that.
Yep.
You could be using your energy doing something else,
Yep.
like
Exactly.
anything positive. So, like, even when that happens to me, man, and look, with my Asperger's, I have to kind of digest what happened because I'm trying to understand what they said or what somebody did, and I have to differentiate what that is. But the best advice than anybody's ever given to me. And I'm going to mention his name. He's going to probably punch me in the head afterwards. But, Broadway Joe, he says this to me. He says, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say.
No, it doesn't.
Just like the world still turns. Like,
Exactly.
like someone calls you a name. Okay, walk away.
I
The
had
world still turns.
a conversation with a very dear friend of mine, my Frank Chili, Frankie the Thumper. He watched our last podcast. Did he contact you, Carm? Because he said he was
I
going
took it
to.
off. Yeah. I
Okay.
removed it. Yeah. But go ahead.
Oh, because see, he was telling me to do it. I'm like, we're not going to do it. Probably. I mean, you have, first of all, I don't have the ability to remove it or anything like that. I have to go through Carm anyway. I said, but I am tempted to make a comment,
Yeah.
to kind of tell him off, because he was just this guy. I'm not even going to mention his name because he's not worth it.
Not worth
But
the
then the
energy.
other part of me was, well, why would I give him my energy or my time? His opinion means nothing to me. If he doesn't understand my opinion, that's not my problem.
Exactly.
That's his problem.
Exactly.
And, and he was disrespectful. Frank was hot. Oh,
He
how
was.
that? And I was just like, in the huge scheme, he's just one of those troll warrior, keyboard warrior people.
Keyboard
Yeah.
warrior.
Keyboard warriors. Exactly.
Who wants to get a rise out of it. And I'm not giving them the satisfaction.
No. And you know what?
Right now, but I'm not.
No.
No.
I was telling this to Chris actually when we were talking about that. People who have to prove a point, people who have to insult, people who have to hurt other people, that comes from a tiny, tiny, tiny mind. It just comes from them lacking so much in other areas that they feel like they have to hurt somebody else. And I told Chris to say, I tell a lot of people, if you let them, then they've won. You can't let them win. My mother used to say, never let them see you sweat. Not in that words, but in Italian. But it's true. People will do whatever you give them the power to do. Don't give them the power, period. I've been called so many things in my lifetime. The obvious, of course. But you know what? It doesn't faze me anymore. It used to send me to my room crying when I was a kid. I grew up like that my whole life, but not anymore.
Well, it's like a good support, a good foundation. And here's the other thing: a place to go. It's going to sound like the opening to Cheers. A place to go where everybody knows your name.
Knows your name. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But it's like that's what we've established with Veteran Pro. We want to have it so people are welcomed and they can talk to other people and they can get information from legends. This is it, because like on the indie scene, oh man, it's a mess sometimes. You go to a show and it's the kind of not the best, but with this, we've made it and conditioned it so everyone's treated with respect. Everyone's a family in this.
Exactly.
And that's the thing where going back to, let's just say, mainstream society, that's what's needed in mainstream society. Why is it that people yell at other people? Maybe here's the formula for you. I came up with this mathematical concoction about 2 months ago. Let's take evil and consider it like a mathematical equation. Let's say it's like a number, right? What's the formula for evil? I'll tell you, it's ignorance plus jealousy.
Yep.
If you're evil, if you're ignorant towards somebody, that creates evil. If you're both, more evil.
Yep. Exactly.
So, like, why is there hatred in the world? Because either they don't know or they're jealous.
Yep. Or they don't want to know. And that's another horrible thing.
Which is both the same thing that they don't know. Hence, they're more ignorant. So it's like, I don't really know what's going on in the news. I haven't really paid attention because every day it's bad news. They shouldn't even call it the news. They should just say on the nightly bad news, because it's just bad news.
Bad stuff. Bad
Yeah,
stuff.
bad
Yeah.
stuff's up coming up at 6, Bob. So it's like they always have like names like that, Bob or Brent or Bill. So, but it's just like,
Exactly.
yeah, but that's what it is, and I think with everybody, we all just have to create a place of peace and happiness, because that's the secret to life. What we're trying to do is that. Hey, we're not trying to save the world here, but we're trying to save and create something that we could fix on our end in a smaller way. Maybe the small thing builds to a bigger thing. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we going to cure world may have world peace? No, we're not. But you know what? We can at least try. Okay?
Right. We could start out with neighborhood peace and then
Neighborhood
expand it. Neighborhood peace, then maybe city peace, then maybe state peace, that kind of stuff. But,
household peace. I mean, crying out loud, man. I've seen some households, and there's one house
yeah.
I stayed at. It was like the Hatfields and McCoys. There's like 4 people living there, and they all hated each other.
Oh my God, that's awful. Well, Chris, listen, I am so excited that we had you and Gary on the show. I'm sorry Gary had to leave, but
Yeah.
I'm excited that you stayed and informed us of so many things. I'm still losing my breath here, but I appreciate it so much. But listen, the more
Sure.
important thing, okay, is that you're doing something great. And everybody needs to understand that. They need to understand that people need help and people need compassion and kindness. And that's what you're giving them in the way of wrestling. That's something you love, but it's also something that you're giving back. And you can't beat that. You
No.
just can't. And God bless you for that.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And listen, get us a bunch of people. We got to do more podcasts. I want it so bad.
I will. Remember, guys, January 24th at the Marine 708 Brooksville, Veteran Pro Wrestling and Veteran Pro Wrestling and Pro Wrestling for Vets. They're going to have this amazing event. Looking forward to seeing everyone there.
Send me the New Jersey and New York stuff when you have it too, and we'll promote that for you on the show.
Well, we have to. You're going to be inducted in the New York one. Yeah.
We have to figure out who's going to do your induction. You have to write a speech. You know that, right?
No, I don't. No.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No. I never.
Well,
one time I am lost for words here.
So since
You'll be
Susan
fine.
nominated you, I think it should be Susan, but that's just my humble opinion. But
It was Susan.
you guys can work that out.
It was Susan and 6 other people.
Aw.
Oh my God.
Oh my
They
God.
kept emailing me. I'm like, fine, we'll induct her.
Like, why are these people bothering me?
So,
Oh my God. Thank
it's
you.
good
God
stuff.
bless you. That's amazing. I don't even know. I don't even know who would have done it. I mean, I know 1 or 2 that have mentioned it over passing, but I don't even know who else would have done it. But thank you so much, Chris. You're great.
Well,
You're
you gotta
amazing.
send me this bio. I gotta have a bio here for the website. Crying out loud.
Okay, well, let me know when you need it, and I'll send it. I don't know. I'll just, I'll send it to you. But I appreciate it more than you can possibly know. Like, I can't even wait. I tell my daughter, she's gonna freak. But thank you so much. I can't. I have no words. I really don't. Jeannie, say something.
There's going to be you definitely going to have to change part of the title to this podcast to include Carmella Women's Hall of Fame Wrestling Radio Relived. So
No, God.
So I'm just putting that out there. You're going to have to add that to the title of the show.
You gotta
know
have
what?
You gotta have laurels now on it. Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if I'll believe it after it's over. I don't know. But thank you. I can't thank you enough. Look, I'm starting to tear up again. All right, enough of that. Okay, we need to talk, Chris. Okay, we need more
Yes.
people, and we need to push you guys even more.
Yes.
But thank you so much for everything. And I will definitely be in touch.
Good luck
Yeah.
on the show this Saturday again, down in
Yeah, let us know
Florida.
how it goes. Yeah.
And let us know how it goes. And then the next show is going to be in March.
I think it's gonna be in May. I have a feeling it's gonna
Or
be May.
March or May. And as
Yeah.
soon as
Okay.
we know more details,
Yeah,
again,
let us
in
know. We'll
Florida,
promote it. Yeah,
we'll definitely promote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Promote
please
that.
do. That'd be great. Yeah, we're
No,
going
we
against those
will.
Russian gangsters. We don't like that Russian Manimal or that Yusuf Ragnadolf and that Alex Horvath man. We gotta deal with him.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, God bless you. Thank you. Mwah. You're such a great person. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks,
You
guys.
have a great
Thank
night.
you so much, Chris.
Thank
You're
you.
awesome.
Take care.
All right. Take care. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I
I'm
don't
the
know.
co-host of a Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame inductee.
No.
Holy shit! Women's Hall of Fame nominee.
Nominee. Yep. That's what
Nominee.
I am, apparently. I don't know. Oh my God. I
Holy
don't know. I don't even know what
Now
to
do
say.
now do you understand why I call you my idol?
No.
get it?
Stop it.
You
Stop
get
it.
it?
Stop it.
Oh my
Stop
God.
it.
Congratulations. It is
Thank
well earned, well deserved, and about fucking time.
Oh,
And
thank
that's
you,
what I have to
Jeannie.
say.
Like
And
I said, I don't
love
think I'll
you,
believe it even
and
after. I love you too, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't
So
know.
I guess we're going to New York.
I guess we are. Oh my God.
I don't know
can't.
where Brentwood, New York is. I'll have to look it up. And that's in March, but March 21st, Brentwood, New York. But yeah, if anybody wants to come,
Oh my God. No.
road trip.
Road trip. We're
Road
gonna go to New
trip.
York. I can't. I'm just like,
But yeah, that's something you definitely have to think about. Who's going to induct you and who's going to and you have to write a speech. Acceptance speech.
Jeannie, there's no one in this world, honestly, if this does all come to pass, there's no one in this world that I would want to induct me but you.
No, I'm not worthy. No.
Oh, stop it. Stop it right now. Oh, absolutely.
No, come on, Susan. Susan,
God bless her. Susan too, but you know me inside and out. You've known me my whole wrestling existence. Okay. No, you've known me
not your whole
of it.
wrestling
Yeah,
existence.
No, 40 years of it.
I met you when I was 17 years old. So
yes, I would love it. I mean, I don't know if I even have a say in it, to be honest with you. I don't know anything about it. This is the first I'm hearing. So I don't know what the deal is.
Well, yeah, this is true because we said on the last the Bruno podcast about who he wanted to do it,
and it didn't happen. But I mean, I would be. Let me tell you, I would be honored if it was Tex Susan Green. I would be honored. But if they give me a choice, I would want it to be you. We're been through thick and thin. We've been through hell together and back again. So it would be an honor. Okay. All right. Let's end this show now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's done. It's over. All right, everybody. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just a quick shout out to my son, Nicholas. His birthday is tomorrow. So early happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nicholas. I love you.
29.
Okay. And we will post this tonight. So hopefully everybody listens. Okay. Yeah. Have a great night, Jeannie. I love you.
I love you.
I'll see you soon. I love you most.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.